Hey y'all, come on in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I gotta season these. We're gonna do some ribs, some taters, English peas, and I was gonna make us some angel biscuits, which is just biscuits where you add yeast. I left my groceries in the car, and I'm going through a flat up, so we won't have any. I'll wait for you to come on in. I'm gonna season these up. When I don't like to complicate the flavors on my rib. I really don't. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? Hey y'all, come on in. I'm cooking, I'm prepping with y'all. I'm doing some ribs, frying some ribs. And I'm finna peel some potatoes. I'm gonna set these off to the side real good. We supposed to be getting bad weather. They say parts of Florida gonna get cold as it has ever been since 2010. Probably Deacon Calvin's area and Pensacola and places like that. Cause I think Pensacola got a little snow the last time. But this time they say we're supposed to get it. I don't know, we'll see. I don't feel that well, but I get out the bed anyway, Mama Mary White, because my joints hurt. Thank everybody that contributed and gave me a little extra so I could get that shipping out from those gifts, because I spent $148 on shipping. So every penny that I made in the sale, I didn't keep nothing. It went toward shipping out those gifts, and I want to thank y'all so much. I would call names, but nowadays people don't like you to say their name call. Some of these are baby backs. I cut them up. Because my husband love a bone. And I got me and Avery some country style. And so I got these like I want them. So I'm going to go wash my hands so we can get started on these taters. I'm using Yukon potatoes. You know, the golden color. Hold 1 second. I'll be right back, y'all. And I just want y'all to understand what's going on with me. When y'all see my face swell up, let me show y'all my body. It's just my face, it's not my body. So I don't want people to be thinking, oh, she just gaining her weight. No, it's the steroids. I'm not gaining no weight. If I gain any weight, it's water weight. It's what they tell me. I have, what they say, what's that stuff that have to come off of you? Some type of retention. I don't know. But I'll show you my body. Because if my face look good, big, it's just because of the steroids. And I have so much pressure. I forgot what you call it. I know the name of it, but it just won't register. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, this is what I got on today. Yeah, but they call it something else. What do they call it? The steroid would take all that pressure off of you. What is it called? What's that called? When the steroid take all that pressure off of you? It is water retention, but it's called something else. See, I forget what you call it. Go mama. And I got on some tights. Go mama. Go mama. But I forgot what you call it. But anyway, I can't do too much. Go mama. Let me get another one of these things. Whatever it's called, that's what I got. So basically, the steroid started making me pee a lot to get it off of me. So I'm going to take my shot tomorrow. I'm just keep doing what I'm doing. And just trust the Lord. All right. I use water with my potatoes so that they don't turn, you know, when you peel potatoes, your hand prints from the dirt off of the potatoes sometimes, and just the peeling, it can make your potato look brown. So I like to have me a base of water. And I peel them and put them in the water instantly. So I just thank God for, you know, what I do. And just, it's just been rough. Y'all get it. All I know is a flare up ain't nothing to play with. When you have, it's kind of, my flare up is like people that's not as bad, but it is like people that's got sickle cell or lupus or something. Not so much lupus, even though they hurt, but because it's nerve damage, it can mimic like a crisis. And so what they do is, last January I had to have injections done, and my body is probably ready for those steroidal injections. You ain't gonna never, honey, steroids won't let you be great, but they are great. And instead of giving me injections, I just really wish they would just put me on these 20s and leave me on them. Because when I'm on them 20s, you can't tell me nothing. Y'all see how I be acting when I be feeling real good and them steroids be in my body? I'm on a countdown right now. So I went from 20s to 15s. Then I go from 15s to 10. Then I go to 10 to 5. Then I go like that to 4, 3, 2, 1, darling. And then I'll be like, So you know how they go. No, I don't take Ozempic. Any shot ain't gonna work if you don't work with it. Like for instance, I take my protein shake. In the morning time, I take my medicine, and I eat. I shouldn't eat one meal a day, but I get one meal a day in. Last night I kept nibbling though. These steroids had me hungry, so I was nibbling on my little corn chips and stuff like that. But when I took that bite of food, that was my food that I had been eating that day that I set off to the side. Because I just really want to sleep. Like when I get off of here. Now, what I have ain't as bad as sickle cell. But let me tell you the reason why I can say they know mine mimic sickle cell. I have the sickle cell trait. All right? That means if I got with another man and he had sickle cell, we would have had a child that would have had sickle cell. I don't have sickle cell. I have the trait. But I have nerve damage. The nerve damage can be mirrored as a crisis. Because when it flares up and do all these things to me that they have to put me on steroids, the pain medicine and everything to get me I have to go to pain management to keep my pain level down. Y'all understand what I'm saying now? So, I don't have, like, what the people that with sickle cell, their crisis, my crisis don't touch theirs. And it never will. It never will. Those people, every muscle on their body hurt. They can't even blink their eyes, it hurt. So, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying I'm going through a little crisis. And so what they do with me, they have to do certain things to me to get me under control. Now, I've been good because I've been on twins. But you know, they won't let, now this is what I don't like about doctors, and I don't believe them. They won't let you stay on them long. Now, I had my bone density test, and everything came out good. But you don't want to keep me on a 20. You want me to pay you $3,000 to shoot me in my back and load it up at one time. Nah. I have 2 sons with sickle cell. If you got 2 sons with sickle cell, you and your man got sickle cell traits. Now, how did I find out I had a trait? When I got ready to get married. In the state of Georgia, you had to have blood work to get married. Back in 1987. You had to have blood work. My mama didn't tell me this. My blood work came back and said, you have a sickle cell trait. Did your mama tell you that? I said, no. I went home and told my mama when my blood work came back, me and Eddie was waiting on our blood work. She said, had he had it, we would have recommended y'all not have children. That's what they told me at the health department. That's why we used to have to go get our blood work to get married. You had to wait 2 weeks for your blood work to come back. And when she said that to me, she was like, well, the good thing is that you got the trait. Somebody in your family got a trait. Either your father has a trait and your mama don't, but you don't have it. You just got a trait. She said, so if you ever get with somebody and you marry them, if you marry somebody with a trait, your trait and their trait together produces sickle cell in your children. Now, that's what they told me. And so they told me and Eddie was fine because he didn't have a trait and I had a trait. And so therefore our kids would not have a trait. I mean, our kids would not have sickle cell. Now, that's all I know. I'm not an expert on sickle cell. That's just what they told me when I got ready to get married. All right? And I don't plan on having no more kids. So my trait don't do nothing to me other than the fact that my nerve and my body goes into spasms and I hurt all over. That's all I can tell you. And those people suffer greatly. Let me tell you, their crisis, I'm not comparing my crisis to theirs. And the trait don't do nothing to you. You can live a normal life with a trait. It don't bother you. You just a carrier. That's all you are. You're a carrier of what could be sickle cell. The doctors ain't never told me that Kelby had a trait. And y'all know I didn't physically have Avery, so she won't have the trait. Well, it was a requirement in the state. Now, I live in the state of Georgia. I don't know about y'all state. But it was a requirement. Come on, class is in session because we're going to talk. But it was a requirement in the state of Georgia that you have to have your blood work done before you got married. That was back in the day. Now, some people could go over there to Ringo and they would get your blood work done the same day. Ringo is like you going toward Chattanooga, Tennessee. But me and Eddie, we wasn't in no hurry. So we just waited our little 2 weeks and our blood work came back. We went to pick it up. We paid. And that's what our results was. They said everything looked good. They tested you for STDs and everything back in the day. Now, you don't have to have blood work. That's 38 years ago. Now, in Alabama, you could marry without it. I don't know today. I just know back then. Me and Eddie wasn't in no hurry to get no married. We enjoyed our, listen, We didn't have no kid. Me and Eddie dated for 2 years. And we didn't have a child till 3 years in. So we had us a long time together. And just like with any other kid, my husband and his girls are daddy girls. He come home every day with something for Avery. He don't come home with me nothing. So I got this. We're gonna fry these ribs and I'm getting ready to hook my TikTok up too so I can cook over there. But y'all got to get used to coming over there to YouTube. We got to start going to YouTube so I can leave my work over there at YouTube. Because over here now, they really want you to just do reels. You don't have in Georgia now. No, you don't have to, baby. That's why I told y'all that's 38 years ago. I'm not talking currently now. 38 years ago. I'm not talking about right now. That was in the 80s and 90s, the early 90s. Your name Pookie. Thank you, Pookie. I wouldn't know. Thank you, Pookie. One of my names over there is called Ghosty Cakes. All right, y'all. I know y'all waiting to hear the hype about what's going on in Georgia. So get on in class. We got to go on and talk about what's happening. Y'all know who's in Atlanta. Y'all know who the Frozen crew is in Atlanta. And y'all know the F and the B and the I is in Atlanta. Mama's Comfort Cooking is the same on YouTube. So y'all might as well come on and take a seat. We finna get into it. We're going to talk about Canada. If I got some Canadian people in here, please put a 1. Please put a 1. I'm telling y'all, the Heritage Group done went and watched Handmaid's Tale. I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, Mama Patricia, I got all the orders off yesterday. Come on in here. I cut my potatoes up before I boil them. And we gonna ranch these things off. I know I'm supposed to say rinse, but I say ranch. We're going to ranch them off and get them going. So as you know, ICE is in Lawrenceville, Fulton County. ICE is just took 700 boxes of our taxes out. Hey, Sister Latina. Tina, did you have to have blood work when you got married? You dual citizenship. Well, I just want to know who was from Canada because I'm sorry. Please don't take it out on me. I would love to come live in Canada for a while. Please don't take it out on us. We really innocent people. But right now, Canada is done with America. We have done treason against Canada. There's a little small group of liberals in Canada that wants to separate from Canada. And Trump's people have went and talked with them. That's treason. He's following the blueprints of the Russia manual according to what Putin did to Ukraine. I try to tell y'all to watch it. You'll be able to catch up on your history real quick. You'll get so into that. Those first couple of seasons of Handmaid's Tale will blow your mind. The last 2 seasons, it was getting kind of lame. They turned into like Avengers and rescuers of getting people in and out of the country. But to break it up, to tell you about Handmaid's Tale, you ain't going to believe how it starts off. Everything that we're going through right now is what the government is doing. And how they seized America. How Americans ran to Europe to get help and to Canada, and how the Canadian people took us in, and how they took over politicians and rich people. They took doctors and lawyers and made them be everyday people. They cut the pay scale down. They made us be maids and housewives, and the men got to hunch us and make babies off of us and all that good stuff. I'll be right back. I can't talk no phone right now. I got to leave you where you at. I'll be right back now. Hold on. Ugh. So, it's something else to see, but we living it right now. Let me get my pan out. Let me get this water on. So, we're going to get these dumped and put some water in. We're going to put some salt. We're going to fill it up on the back. Hey, you got to salt your potatoes because they don't come salted. So I'm going to put these right here. My husband told me to stay in bed. I got a good husband. But I just don't listen. That's all. But I like to have my family something to eat. I feel like if you got a man get up every day and go to work, and he don't mind. Oh, I got to open the English peas. I like to have my husband something to eat when he come home. He don't require it. He don't ask it. So let's get into it. So basically, what is taking place right now is ICE came to Atlanta and have requested and have picked up, the FBI has picked up 700 boxes of people's votes. Now, keep in mind there's a statute of limitation. Anything past 3 years belongs to your state government. So the federal shouldn't be picking up anything concerning the votes of 2020 because it's been 6 years. Now, as much as we want to believe that Trump is winning, Agent Orange is winning, he's been sued so much. He has not won like y'all think. He's not getting away with everything we think. However, he's doing damage and he's doing fear tactics. Pretty much. He's putting fear in each state as to say, if you don't abide, if the blue states don't give me what I want, then they're not going to get their stamps. If the red states don't be in compliance, then I'm going to find you and we're going to come and we're getting this because he knows midterm is coming. And I don't care if you vote or not, but you need to vote. He knows. Now, here's the thing I don't want. Y'all may think it's crazy, but I don't want no Democrat to come in behind this man. I think the same man that messed this up, MAGA, and them Republicans need to walk in they stinking stuff. It's not going to be nothing, but they going to blame us for everything that they ran to the ground. But here's the thing, though. All things do work together because the end is not now. Now, we may not never go back to them good olds, but the end ain't now. What I love is there are some people right now cannot blame Democrats and not real Republicans. You can't. People saw how ugly America really is. And I hate to say this, but it happened. I didn't cause it to happen. But our white people had to see how bad some of their people are. Now, let me keep in mind, some white people know how bad their people are. I tried to tell y'all this in Black history, that all white people are not the same. And it was white people that helped us with the Underground Railroad. I've been saying it from day one. But these that you don't see no more, the names you don't hear me call no more, those are the ones you need to keep your kids from. Those are the ones that still got hate in their heart. Those are people that don't care. They even got a fake AI video out of the young man that was unalived. He still did not have a gun. And when you quit caring for humanity, right now, you can't find none of the officers. You can't find none of the frozen people. They're unalive people. Because when they do it, they take them and hide them. Everybody ain't the same. That's just like every black person ain't the same. You can't trust every black person because they black. We turn on each other faster than lightning. You let a black man get money, they gonna dump us. They always do. You know that guy named Tracey, what's that comedian? Tracey, what was his name? Tracey something. He was in a bad wreck. And he had 2 kids by his wife. She stood by that man. You know that man left her and ended up marrying this woman. I slept with everybody. But the woman that was wiping his butt, and when he couldn't walk, he dumped her. So don't tell me that. Don't tell me you don't judge people by the color of their skin. Did Martin Luther King tell us it was by who they were? Tracy Morgan. The nerve of him, shaped like an upside down TV. The nerve of him. But as soon as he got on his feet, he left that beautiful black woman. You know why? Because people want what they can't have. Black men love what they can't have. It's still a slave mentality. They still got that Mandingo in them. They still got that. Kunta Kinte wasn't like that. But Mandingo had to sleep with them women, and he started to like it. Mandingo got real aggressive. Mandingo was breaking backs, baby. But to this day, black women still have to fight for positions. It's almost like, take over. I seen your call. I've been in so much pain. I'm going to call you back. It's like when we do get in a position to rise up a black woman, we push them back down. That ain't the one we want. And don't get me wrong. You be with whoever you want to be with. But the nerve of you when a woman done stood by you and took care of you and been there for you with your kids. And then what's your grounds for divorcing her? Oh, silverback gorilla. But like I say, I wouldn't want him anyway. He built upside down if you ask me. And he ain't funny. That's just if you ask me. But it never fails. You look at these football players, and one thing about it, they have to be broke to learn their lesson. Because they'll give them a couple of babies and strip them clean. Strip them clean. They don't have nothing left. They have some little pretty children. I don't mean just cause you're pretty don't mean you're good children either. Look at Rob Reiner's son. He had it all. He was gonna get Rob Reiner's inheritance. Sometimes kids have so much they don't have nothing else to do but to get on drugs. I wouldn't want him. He ain't funny to me, but he lost a pretty woman. And then the woman he got with, she done dated everybody in Hollywood. She done dated everybody. You know everybody already done dated. I don't have to name too many people. Eddie Murphy. We'll just start right there. Okay, so let's go on back and talk about what they doing in Atlanta. So Atlanta is all on the news. Because they're trying to, if you listen to what he said he's trying to fix it where we never should have to worry about voting again. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in the ATL. And if it don't, I'm going to be so surprised. But the ATL don't mind fighting back. Now, what I know is there's two different things going on. They brought ICE in town, but they got the FBI doing this. ICE can't do this. But I promise you, we will not be Minnesota. And I promise you this. You ain't finna get no bunch of black people slammed on no ground, stepped on, walked on. It'll be a bloodbath, if anything. I promise you that. They gonna get in and out of Atlanta just as quick as they got in and out of North Carolina. You don't believe nothing, you can believe that. Okay, we gotta get some flour and get ready to flour these up. You don't believe nothing, you can believe that. See, Pam Bundy don't never have no time. He said that we would go to war before we found out anything concerning the Epsom salts. He said. And guess what? We supposed to be getting ready to be in war with who? Ukraine. And guess what else done happened? He sit there and said that Denmark didn't do nothing to help America when we were in war against, not Ukraine, Lord, Iran. When we were in war against Iran. Well, Denmark has went and put 35 or 37 fallen soldier flags up. Because that's how many soldiers they lost when they were helping us fight against Saudi and Iran. So now we've committed treason. Oh, they better not come down there to Dade County. They better not come down there where Deacon Calvin from. Deacon Calvin, what's the name of your county? They ain't gonna go down there and mess around too much. They know where to go. Well, see, we know he needs impeachment, but it's affecting everybody. See, I kept telling y'all to write in the comments, me too. Eventually, it was going to get around to everybody. You can't separate it. Even the wealthiest of wealthy people thought they were going to be exempt. But he don't care. He really don't care who you are. Duval. That's what I was trying to say, Duval. They don't play down there either. Okra. Deacon Calvin humble, but he know how to take care of himself. Because he was raised right. Y'all have to eat something. These are okra chips. So instead of eating a bunch of potato chips, just have your stuff like this around. Freeze-dry okra. And when they get working in your mouth, you think you're eating some fried okra. I'm finna keep going. You can get these okra chips. Aldi's. I got them at Ingles. Walmart. Where else did I find some at? Oh, Food City. He gonna mess around and Gene gonna have to come stay with me. He gonna mess around and they gonna run them people's light bills up so high in Chicago, in New York, and Wisconsin, and Detroit, or they might wake up and don't have no power at all. Because they buy their power from them. I'm just hurting. by their power. See, that's what I'm going to show y'all. Let me show y'all my sucker. I know y'all be worried about, is Tracey gaining weight? No, her face is swollen. Let me let you see me. So, okay. Get ready to do this. It's time for my baby to come home. Hey, Michelle Matthew, how you doing, Michelle Clark? I ain't supposed to be buying Avery's this my I know, Donis. I done lost some weight. I be like, ride that pony, saddle. Oh, I can't do it. My knees jump on Uncle Eddie. Huh? Behave, Tracy. Oh, you follow? I just keep a lot of fluid in him. Water, a lot to drink. My refrigerator's just full of liquids. I just spent $300 for liquids. I sure did. Okay, Flo, I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna behave, sissy. Avery drinks so much, I'm gonna have to get her back in this. I got water. I gotta get her back going. You can use these. They don't have a lot of sugar. This is my favorite one I drink. It's only got 26 grams of protein. This one got 30. I don't really like this one. I like this one. This is not sweet. Those other protein pack things that had 37 and 39, that was too much sugar. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. And then tomorrow, I went to the doctor. I had fever. I'm going to take Zepbound tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll be able to get out of bed at all tomorrow. I might be, I'm going to take that. I'm going to leave me one out. Yep. I got to get some flour. I didn't like, what's the name of that I just showed you? That's the name of it, Fairlife. That's the one I can drink. The other ones is too sweet for me. Oh, hold on. Today is Takeover with Flo's birthday. Today is a special day. It is a day that everything will go your way. Today is the day that you were born. It's your birthday, Flo. You got it going on. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. What you gonna do today for your birthday? Go out to eat today on your birthday. Do what you wanna do. It's your birthday. I just came to say happy birthday. Y'all know Flo is one of my faves over here on Facebook land. And she got a story behind her praise. And she want me to sing Never Would Have Made It. But I also want to do just a little bit. There's a story behind your praise. That's why your hands flow. You'll continue to raise. You're gonna praise God for the rest of your days. There is a story, and it's behind your praise. So if I see you crying, that is a story. How he's been God to you, and all his glory. And if I see you shouting, I won't be amazed. Flo, I know you just realized where and when you got saved. And if I see you running, I won't think it's strange, 'cause your whole life God just rearranged. There is a story behind your praise, your praise. There is a story behind your praise. Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger. Yes, you are. Wiser. You're better. Flo, you're much better. When I look back over all he brought you through, I realize you made it because you had him to hold on to. And I never would have made it. I never could have, never would have made it without you. Na, 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 na. Oh. Point to yourself and say, I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm better. Much better. Flo, you made it. You made it. Anybody out there understand that Flo made it? Help me say she never would have made it. Hallelujah. I never could have. Never could have made it without you. Yeah. Happy birthday, Flo. Take over, Flo. It's your birthday, Flo. Yo, Flo. Flo. Because I feel like going on. I said I feel like going on. Y'all know what I do? I use a little house poultry. You can get the fish or the chicken seasoning. It don't matter. It's good. And I shake a little bit of it on my ribs to give it that little extra look. Then I put my flour and just a little cornmeal, and then it just crunch them up so good. I feel like going on. I said I feel like going on. Though trials come on every hand, I feel like going on. And you know what? My voice is gone because I've been sick, and the devil gonna release my voice. But guess what? Some people can't stand for you to give God the glory and honor. It ain't that I sing bad. They don't want to hear nothing about God. They want everything. And that's why in the last days, God gonna mock us. He gonna mock our butts. You gonna say, Lord, help me. He gonna say, Lord, help me. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Lord, Lord, how, can't, He gonna mark us. Because we are in a time where we done lost our mind. And these preachers done lost their everlasting mind. And I don't know why they keep doing the things that they do. I'm sick of keeping secrets. Secrets would kill you. You know how hard it is to keep a secret that don't nobody care if you tell it? The only problem is, you know, if you told the secret, it would break up the household of faith. Because people can take stuff on their job. They can take rumors anywhere else. They can't take it in the household of faith. And then you sit around there and say to yourself, I kept this secret all this time and didn't nobody care. That's kind of like what's going on with the president of the United States. Impeach him, impeach him, impeach him, impeach him, impeach him. Nobody cares. We sit around here going through all this hustle and bustle. People burying their loved ones. Honey, you might well go on home and stay home and quit trying to do a revolution. Because people don't care. Soon as folks die, you don't hear nobody say their name no more. You don't hear nobody talk about them. The sacrifices. Y'all might as well get ready. He wanting to picket black people so bad it's unreal. Let that man take down every black historical monument there is. Who cares? He cannot erase our history. Let me tell y'all something. As much history as I know, I don't get no honor and glory in this hometown. Ain't nobody around here gonna ask me to come speak on our Jack B number thing. But you know what? I don't even care. That's just like when they used to go get their hair messed up somewhere and they want me to fix it. I don't care. Same way when I sit around here and bless y'all and buy book bags. They don't want that. You know why? People cannot be happy for you. Jesus suffered the same thing. He got no honor and glory amongst his own people. And all he wants us to do is make this be about race so that he'll give him a little more ammunition to do the stupid stuff that he's doing. That's it. What you care? You ain't never going to see the statue anyway. Let him take it down. I ain't never been to Philadelphia and I didn't even have no plans on going. Take it down. I ain't finna fight you. I ain't finna lose my life. The young girl that made the video, that had the video of the man, the young white girl that had the video of the man that just got killed. She running for her life now. She hiding. She hiding. If you gonna sit around here and tell me as big as America is, can't nobody do nothing with him, I'm not finna mess up. You ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing with him. Because ain't nobody trying. Ain't nobody trying. You get no honor and glory in your hometown. That's the word of God. People will worship anything. Folks will let their pastors walk around. I seen the spirit on the pastor. And if you don't see it, you just don't want to see it. I saw where a pastor didn't even want to share his pulpit. He don't even want the people to want his wife. And I'm going to say the name at the end. I went and watched videos because I don't like people telling me about nobody. And I watched this preacher. He played that song, They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. But he was like, dun, 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 dun. Saul killed 1,000. Saul killed 1,000. Saul killed 1,000. Dun, 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 dun. David killed 10,000. David killed 10,000. David killed 10,000. Dun, 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 dun. They not like us. They not like us. Then the next week, I saw this man in a bodysuit, a jumpsuit, black with a yellow canary jacket on. This ain't even yellow enough. And some yellow shoes, some snakeskin shoes. Then I seen him again telling the people that his wife wasn't their first lady. She was his wife. And she wouldn't be doing nothing at the church. Now to me, I agree with him. She is not a first lady. She's his wife. I will agree with that. That terminology does not come out the Bible. But I also saw where he then turned around and posted pictures of her in like a strapless dress. This is before Jamal Bryant's wife. See, people pick on who they pick on. Because this was before Jamal Bryant's wife. So it was all right for her to walk around in this strapless dress and everything. And they was at home. But you didn't have to post that particular picture. Then I saw him again on another clip. And he was walking around. Every time he demonstrates stuff, the femininity comes out. I'm like, why is he demonstrating and he keeps getting effeminate? I just want to know. Because the messages that he keeps delivering has nothing to do with being effeminate. But every time he talks about it, he turns effeminate. See, here's our problem. I remember, you got to learn how to reverence God's house, because you'll get a whipping. I got a bad one. I showed out one time. I ain't reverence God's house right. And I think he just put a whipping on my tail to this day. But I find it strange that all these people, all these preachers that's supposed to be anointed and appointed and sent, you want to pick at somebody that you know got underlying, that is gay, but then you see a preacher with underlying tendencies and you can't see it. You can't see that that preacher's nails is too long for a man. Don't want to break a nail. You can't see that that person is wearing cut jeans at the knee, multicolor shoes with multicolored things, or he's trying to explain to you that why God. Now this is what got me when he said you got straight and gay. Why God, if God knew that we were gonna have gays, why he didn't do a middle person? When God made man, he made a spirit. And whatever that spirit connected to produce another spirit is who you connect to. See, people forget. I don't think y'all understand that we're spirits. We have souls. And our souls are hosting a lot of spirits that we're not connected to. I don't think y'all process that. And I get sick and tired. It's going to sound crazy, but I get tired of people ragging LGBT community. And there's so many most other sins going on, like all these secrets at the conferences. All these Alma boys that stay in hotels with their bishops and end up, you turn them into something. Or that half of the church folks know that the grave is full of the secrets that they keeping for these pedophiles. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to really deal with what we got to deal with. You don't want to do that. I got to go back to the car and I don't want to. I hate I got to go back to that car, but I need to go back to that car. So we get into this situationship where we done first let everything come in the house of the Lord. Secondly, we are not looking to the hills for which come our help. Whatever your pastor say, folks would leave right now. You let me say one negative thing about Church of God in Christ, or one negative thing about the Pentecostal churches, or one negative thing about TD, or one negative thing about Jamal, humans. They done with me. Oh, I'm off her page. I'll never go over there again. I never knew you wanted to come over here anyway. But God started his church the way he wanted it, and he wanted the way he started it. And what I love about the old saints is going to be with the Lord, they reverence the house of God. What I love about the old saints, and what I even loved about the old teachers and the old preachers, a teacher wouldn't hang with their student. Got to be careful for that. Spiritual leaders don't need to hang with their members. I'm sorry. God is going to charge you higher. You know, I don't know if God will ever let me be a pastor's wife. I really don't know. I'm not really concerned about it. Because I ain't going to be your average pastor's wife. I better turn that up when I come back. I'm going to run to the car. I'm not going to be your average pastor's wife anyway. Because you ain't going to get on my nerves. You not. You're not going to call my house every minute. You just not going to worry me. You better ask my family. They can't even get in touch with me. I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. Call God. Ask the Savior to help you. Ain't that one of our hymns? Ask the Savior to help you. Don't call me, call Jesus. Because I'm not going to deal with it. I found this out a long time ago. You can't let a lot of Christians in your house. You can't hang around saints. You can't let a lot of people in your house. Saints is messy as you know what. Saints will come in your house and try to peep you, learn you, and go back and talk about you. Child, bye. Y'all can hang with them. What I found out is the folks that call themselves saints, because you ain't been sancted, because you ain't made it. Those are people struggling to be delivered from stuff you don't even know about. And you sitting up here, done let that come in your house. You sitting up here letting people hang around your place, know your business. You telling them everything about you and your man. You done lost your mind. You got to change your mind. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They ain't changed their mind. The Bible said, let the mind which is in Christ Jesus be in you. And it ain't in you. You sitting around here causing about to wreak a whole bunch of havoc. I done melted the doggone ice cream. Forgot this ice cream was in here. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Lord. You got to wreak your whole house full of havoc. Fooling around with people. They're going to have to keep this out the car. That's all I can hope. Fooling around with folks. I forgot. It's my fault. I melted. If it's melted, if it's the doing of the Lord, if it's melted, it's gone. But, fooling around with people. And you don't have no common sense to realize that these people came to the church because they was wanting to do better with something. I knew I left them. I didn't, but I do. Because I don't never buy ice cream. I bought this for AA. You sit around here. You see I let that woman come stay at my house. And what she try to do? Make a lie up on me. She ain't seen no outside kid here. And she ain't gonna see one. And if she saw one, she wouldn't have saw Eddie here. Ain't nobody coming here but who's supposed to be here. I let you stay in my house and you dog me out over a gift bag. Child, bump you. Bump you. I shouldn't have never. My husband told me not to do it anyway. So you gotta be careful who you let in and around you. Y'all sitting up there talking about sister. Sister, they ain't sister-fied. They ain't even calling on the name of the Lord. No. You believe the way you want to. I'm going to believe the way I want to. I don't believe everybody need to be in and out of your house. And I don't think the man and the woman of God is supposed to hang around their members. And I could be wrong. I just don't think you should. Lord, I got to go out there and get another ice cream. I'm tired. Doggone it, I'm tired now. I thought I got both of them and I didn't. Dang. Man. We're going to make one more run out there. That's why I told you I wouldn't be hitting on that when I'm hurting. I got to go right on back out there. Sure hate that. Hold on. Yeah, you can't just judge no book by no cover. I learned that a long time ago. That's why half of them people, that's why them people died. They weren't connected. They was connected to Jim Jones. You can't blame God. Y'all, I have to put this on my freezer sometime. Make sure it's shut. Because God didn't tell them to worship Jim Jones and the Guyana tragedy. They did that. I gotta go out here and get this other ice cream. They did that on their own. I think I bought two. I know I did. I bought Avery some ice cream. It ain't time to take them. I got it. Oh, yes, it is time. Thank you. It is time to take them. Took them at 7 something this morning. God, it used you. Thank you. I got them right here in my breast. Thank you so much. We finna drop these. As soon as I walk right back out here one more time, so these ice cream on there. They had Duke's mayonnaise, buy one good, one free. So I bought it even though I don't need it. I was gonna make y'all some angel rolls, and I didn't want to go get the juice out the car. I forgot I had ice cream. Now let's go back out here one more time. If you know you had a man that had a little hole in him, or you got a woman around you that's got a little hole, how you know they set free? Keep them out your house. I don't care if they're an evangelist, a missionary. I don't care. You better find out who they were and are, because the Bible said you get 7 times worse than you had before. So you ain't coming over him. And you ain't going to call my husband all the time like, I don't know if God going to let me live to see my husband be a preacher. I mean, he's a preacher, but a pastor. I don't want to get in the way of God. I don't want to get in God's way. I don't. But I'm telling you right now, you're not calling my house every minute. I don't care who you are and what's going on. You take it to the Lord. My husband is only a human being. Man, you ain't going to run my husband in the ground. That's what Jesus was trying to tell the disciples. I done told y'all over and over. Take this with you. Take that with you. I ain't going to always be with you. You think that's enough? He said that's enough. If you can't process it on your own, I don't know what to tell you. Jesus even got tired of trying to tell people what to do. You can't figure it out? I done gave you everything to tell you, and you still asking me. So, figure it out on your own. That's what he said. So many words. So many words. I got it this time. So, don't look at me funny, but if you do, I don't care. And perhaps I'm not ready. But I know this much, I ain't no fool. And I know this much, some people say they delivered and they ain't went through one test. And you don't want to be the test. You don't want to be part of the emergency broadcasters. You don't want to be the one. I be told my cane. You don't want to be the one that the test gonna be ran on, cause you let that girl in your house. Keep people out your house. My husband just got on to me. He said, you don't get it, and perhaps I don't. I don't worry about the materialistic part, but the spirits. So, I'm out here in the woods, baby. So, hold on, y'all. I gotta go back down. So, you gotta come to some type of resolve in your life. Why I gotta call my pastor for every little thing? I'm supposed to know how to pray. I'm supposed to know how to fast and pray. I have direct access to the Lord. Why am I calling at pastor's house every minute? Why am my husband on the phone with you, Lulabelle, every 30 seconds? He don't talk to me that much. Call somebody else. Don't call me. And quit calling my husband before I drag you out that parking lot. See, here's the thing with me. I know I'm supposed to turn the other cheek. I do. And I also know I die daily. And I know that God can get me in a humbling place. I got to turn my cheek. I ain't crazy. I'm running my mouth. But if he insists that my cheek... Oh, I messed myself up. If he insists that my cheeks be turned, they going to be turned. Right? I want to please God. But what I don't want to be is a fool. And what I don't want you all to think, that you can sit in pastors' offices and tell them everything going wrong with you and your man. You can't. You can't sit in these offices and be explicit. Because you don't know if that pastor have a sex demon. My aunt used to tell my uncle, God rest his soul, she said, you preached good today, but why you didn't tell him you was up all night long watching porn? Then they get in an argument on the way home. I'm just sitting in the car not saying nothing. You stay in the child's place back then. Huh? Everything she said was true. And when she did leave him, he did get somebody pregnant in the church and married him for the short time to cover himself and divorced him. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's why the scripture says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and he lose his soul? Eddie Long was an amazing preacher. An amazing one. I keep moving because I don't want to get stiff. Eddie Long could preach. I don't care what none of y'all say. I could understand Eddie Long better than I could Creflo. Creflo is a theologian. He wants to use these big words and he wants to walk around. He's a teacher. Creflo ain't no preacher. He a teacher. He don't got no hoop in it. But he can teach. But you got to be kind of deep. You got to be kind of in your word to keep up with him. He likes his own philosophies. That's what other preachers do too. Other teachers, they have their own philosophy on things. So, Eddie Long won a lot of people. He helped a lot of people get in the church and read the Bible. But he lost his own soul. Oh, he lost it. And finally, the young boys that kept keeping the secrets decided to talk. And God moved quickly on him. I was watching Eddie Long. I know it wasn't 6 months. He went down from here to here. And I will never forget the video when he came live on Facebook and said, I'm eating healthier. And that's why I'm lost so much weight. He was in his bathroom. And I was like, oh, he ain't fine to me no more. Because what I thought was fine was his muscles. I'm attracted to people with muscles, right? I'm not attracted to a football body shape. I'm not attracted to a basketball body. I'm attracted to a football body. And I used to say he was built like my husband. And he would wear those jackets, the vest without the jacket. And so I never forget, he had a hat turned backwards on his head. He had on a body shirt that looked like it was a medium. And I was like, I just seen him. I know I ain't been watching him lately, but it ain't been that many months. What happened? First thing came to my mind, what's done happened to Eddie? Now, remember, we all seen it on 2020. We saw the boys that got tired of keeping secrets. We saw him say he was going to fight. We saw him say he was going to do all that stuff. Y'all, I got to get ready to go to TikTok. And he said he was going to do all that stuff. And he didn't. And they settled for an undisclosed amount of money. Because he was human. But now, let me say this. I'm not talking about him and his stronghold, because I'm telling you that man could preach. I'm telling you that man could teach. I'm telling you, I went to his church. You would have a good church service there. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, New Birth used to be an amazing church. I know somebody that had marriage counseling, but by the pastor, he goes to work, trucking, come home, goes to church, see his wife hooked up, hand on the small of her back by a deacon. Found out the deacon is the best friend with the deacon. He knew everything about their marriage. She thought the grass was greener, but realized he didn't want her. A lot of people don't. Let me tell you. When you commit infidelity with somebody, whether you're married to them or not, they're not going to want you later. You will not have a healthy relationship. You ain't going to ever trust them. You know what they're capable of doing. If they snuck with you, this is common sense. If they snuck around with you, they weren't going to be with you. And when you get them, you're going to remember how you got them and how sneaky y'all were to be together. That's why a lot of the men don't leave homes and the wives. That's why some people play games with you. For all we know, Eddie Long's wife could have known he was like that and she didn't fool with him no more. For all we know, we never seen her really say nothing. She played the role until the end. He could have set her aside many years. Did y'all see the story about the lady? It was a Kojic church. I know folks get mad at me, but KojicAbuse.com. She had been a concubine for a preacher for 20 years. He trained her as a young girl and told her that her position was to take care of him. God put her there. Then he told her she was going to do for him what his wife wouldn't do. 20 years this went on. Now this happened in 2018, y'all. She said her daughter is 9 or 10. So he said, oh, she's developing. She's coming of age. She said she didn't have no problem with it until he said, soon I'll need to train her. He was getting him a lineage of concubines. Now I thought about this and I said to myself, well, if your daughter 10 and you've been with him 20 years, is that his daughter? But she made it clear that she was out there doing her thing too because he had a wife. So she ends up getting pregnant. So what makes her, first she tries to sue the Grand Old Church of God in Christ, but she didn't get it. She didn't get it because they didn't know nothing about what this man is doing. He's a bishop. But she sued his church. And they had to pay her $700 and something thousand. She won. How much did she get? I don't know. I don't know. But I know she won the case. Now, if you don't believe that people can get preyed on like that, y'all might say, I don't believe it. She knew what she was doing. If you grow up in a cult-like church and you believe everything your spiritual leaders tell you, you can become prey to them. I know you can become prey to them. What good is it going to do for you to tell a secret that don't nobody care about? Y'all, I got to get over here and cook these ribs. What good is it? I'm going to go to TikTok if y'all want to come over there. It ain't no good. It's going to work against you. Because when people are not ready to hear anything, see anything, accept anything, you're going to be the problem. Everything is going to be based on you, predicated on you. You'll be the problem. When people begin to see the truth and deal with it, y'all don't understand. Those boys that told on Eddie had to move. What happened was they got tired of doing it. They got tired of being a fluffer and a prepper for him before he went to the pulpit. They had to do certain things to him, and they got tired of doing it. And he took the house away. He took the car away. I mean, it was out there. They made a movie. I'm not telling you nothing. And when he did it, they were in college. A lot of the boys was off in college. He had told them he didn't want them to work. He said that he needed them to be accessible at all times to him. So they didn't work. So they strictly depend on his housing. Y'all, I gotta get ready to go. They depended on the housing that he gave them. All that kind of stuff. Did you accept new TikTok agreement? Honey, whatever. I didn't have to do. I ain't matching nothing really. Our stuff come different as content creators, I think. I don't know what I was supposed to accept. It don't make no difference. Don't surprise me if it wasn't already like this. I guess I'm still on there. I did the update, that's all I know. You have to just look it up. Look up the Eddie Long story. Look it up. Go to 2020 and you'll see the real documents. So it's out there. It's like, I'm not making it up. It's the story of Eddie Long, Bishop Eddie Long. There is also another movie that they did last year. Y'all remember when they were mocking Eddie Long? What was the name of that movie? It came out during Christmas in 2024 when the pastor and his wife was running some type of scandal. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was an all-black movie in 2024. My page is Mama's Comfort Cooking. Y'all, I got to bust on up out of here. Drop these ribs. I love y'all. Tomorrow we'll go deeper. I'm not cooking. I got to take that shot tomorrow. But I got to get over here because I may not be able to stay up late tonight. I love y'all. I see y'all on TikTok. You don't stop.